Hey everybody, Steve here again with yet another great video for how to buy profitable rental properties. We've been doing that for a long time, and I just love sharing how we buy our profitable rental properties and the methods we use, the way we think about it. The techniques that we use in going and finding these properties, put them under contract, buying them, rehabbing them, putting tenants in them, and then there's just so many other things that we're able to do with that. And we've been able to build a large rental portfolio, over a number of years by doing that. And so, one of the things that I think that there's a lot of big misconception about when it comes to rental properties is, what is our end goal for rental properties? What are we trying to accomplish here? And how are we looking at it in the first place? And most people always think about cash flow. That's what they're taught all the time. I've got a number of videos that will show you why cash flow oftentimes is not what you think it's going to be or what it is. It is important to have cash flow in your deals, but the real important thing that we need to think about is rental properties need to be about building wealth. And that's how we've always approached it. And I'm going to go through a little exercise today showing you exactly why I think that and what we've been able to do because of that thought process. So let me share my screen here real quick, and we'll get started on this education here. So the question always is, why would you consider owning rental properties? Well, the accumulation of wealth is why we buy rental properties, and this is how I look at it, and this is what we do when we're buying rental properties. We have different formulas that we use with our numbers, and they're not complicated formulas. They're very simple. It's simple math here. It doesn't need to be complicated. So this is how we buy our rental property. So anytime we're looking at rental property, every rental property I buy should have a minimum of $25,000 of equity in it. In the beginning, when I first bought rental properties, in the very beginning, I didn't even think about any of this stuff. I was just trying to get some cash flow out of it. I never thought about the equity side of it, or how long it would take me to get $25,000 of equity built into a property if I didn't start off there. But I want you to notice I say this is my minimum requirement for looking at for buying a rental property. I have to have at least $25,000 of equity in it. And the reason why is I'm trying to accumulate wealth and build wealth over time. So, when I say a minimum of 25,000, that means that there's bigger and better things that we can do a lot of times, because we have many properties that when we bought them and closed, after we did our rehab, our end numbers, or after our all-in numbers, we're sitting at $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 of equity in that property. And it can really build your wealth, your net worth can accumulate very quickly by doing this. So let's just look at it. If you could buy 10 properties in a year, and for what we do, a lot of us can buy 10 properties a year for rentals. It's not difficult to do. But if we can buy 10 properties a year and have a minimum of $25,000 of equity in it, at the end of that 12 months, we would have accumulated $250,000 of equity, of net worth. And I don't know anything else that you can do that in. If there's other things out there that you can do that with, hey, that's great. I have no issue with that whatsoever. But with real estate, we're able to do this consistently, year after year after year after year. And I'm talking my minimums here. So, we've had years where, we've been able to, accumulate 10 or 12, 15 properties for rentals with all of them in $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 of equity after all the numbers are done. And now you're accumulating $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 worth of net worth in a 12-month period of time. It's an unbelievable thing to do, and it's very for real. You can go out and do this. We have, like I said, we have done it, year after year, and we will continue to do that. And when you can buy with this kind of equity in a property, and it gives you a lot of options down the road for what you want to do. We don't always keep all of our rental properties for long periods of time. If a rental property is not performing quite like we think that it should be performing, we call properties out. We get rid of properties, we buy new properties. So when we have equity already built in, can we just sell them outright and get cash out of them? We certainly can. But where a great advantage is with this, using this method, is it really sets your numbers up really, really well for turning around and selling those properties owner finance. And you're going to make, over time, you make a considerably larger amount of money selling owner finance. You get your down payment, and then you continue to get monthly payments, just like it was a rental property. But now you're not paying taxes, insurance, or repairs on that property because you don't own it. You're just the bank. So, you know, this is a really, really powerful tool for you to think about. This is exactly what we have done time and time again, year after year. And it's not that difficult to do. Any of you can do it. Obviously, we got to go find those deals where we can make these numbers work. But those deals do exist. They're not necessarily around every corner, but they do exist. You know, right now they're a little tougher to find, but as we go forward, it's always going to be up and down. It's the real estate. You know, we go all over the board. Let me share here real quick. So, you know, this is just one little exercise that I use, and when I'm looking at properties to try and determine if I think it's going to be a profitable property and determine what I can do with it. So hope that helps you. Hope that gives you some insight. Hope it opens your eyes to something that maybe you've never even thought about before. Until I was shown this, I had no clue. So I'm just trying to share that information as well. So hope this is great information. If you like it, you know, let me know. Give us some feedback. Let me know if there's other things, if other questions I can answer for you. I'm always doing videos, trying to get some good education to you guys. So give us a thumbs up, like us, share us with all your friends, and we will see you very soon. Bye.